Okay, Frank, Portman Road, we're back.
We're back again.
New opponent though this time in Justis Huni. How did this one come about then?
They come back because the other fella pulled out, so we had to get a replacement. And I think we've actually got somebody who's going to give him a tougher fight.
It's a different sort of fight.
Yeah. He's a very seasoned amateur. He's undefeated pro, and it's a great opportunity for him. We've seen him a couple of times in Riyadh, fighting Riyadh and putting some stellar performances. So this is a competitive fight. This is no gimme at all for Fabio.
Feels like if it was Miller, Fabio wouldn't have to go looking for him. As soon as the first bell rang, he'd be right in his face. But with this guy, Justis Huni, seasoned amateur, I think Fabio's going to have to work to find him.
No, I don't think he's not a runner. This fella, he comes to fight. He ain't coming. The only way you're going to win the fight is going in. You're away from home. You've got to go and fight the guy. You've got to go and win it, and that's what he'll do. Don't be looking at those tactics. That's not what this fella's all about. I've seen him fight, and he comes to fight.
And this crowd, even if there was,
he's faster. He moves faster for a start. Moves much faster than Babe Miller.
Yeah, absolutely. And this crowd is going to be charged up on fight night as well. I mean, this is going to be incredible in here, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're hitting something around 20 at the moment, aren't we? Something like that. Mm-hmm. So we've got a few weeks to go, and hopefully we're going to get a sellout here, but it'd be electric.
So what are the dangers that Justis Huni brings to the party on June 7th?
The dangers is that he's a very, very good fighter who can beat our man. Fabio's got to be his best. You know, Fabio on his day and certainly what he's done in his last few fights, he's moved to another level. But now he's got to step up again even further. He's fighting. He's ranked, this guy. He's ranked in the top 10. So this is a tough fight for him. But if he's at his best and we believe in him, then I think, he can come through this. And if he comes through this, he's number one in the BA for their heavyweight title, for the title. So he's got to maintain that position. He won't want to give that up because he's on the verge of getting a big shot.
That's just it. Interim titles on the line here, of course. It feels like 2 fights away from history, really, for either guy here.
Correct. Absolutely correct. So that's where we are with it. And it's a spice of Matchroom against us.
Yes. And that is a sort of rivalry that you're doing very well in at the moment, Frank.
We want to continue to do that. That's for sure.
It adds some spice, doesn't it? Even though you and Eddie seem to be getting on pretty well at the moment as well, there's another element of this was Eddie and
Fabio. We're getting okay as long as we're in front.
As long as you're winning. But once upon a time, Frank, this was Eddie's dream with Fabio to come here, Portman Road.
Yeah.
And you're the one delivering it. He's turning up into the opposite corner with a heavyweight trying to ruin
trying to ruin his dream. Yeah, that's it. Here we are. That's the world of boxing.
Dillian Whyte returns as well on the undercard. Yeah. What are we thinking for Dillian? The opponent hasn't been announced as we are here today, but what are we thinking for the plan generally?
Well, Dillian needs to get out. Want to get him out. Want to get him. It's his first fight in the UK for a while, wasn't it? So get him back into it again. He's looking for another shot at the world title. So again, he's got to keep winning. Looking for a competitive fight for him, and then he comes through that. Then he'll be in a big fight. We've got something in mind, which I'm not going to disclose at the moment, but if he comes through, he can be in a big fight. It's a strange thing as well. You've got the manager is the main support to the fighter he manages fight. I've never come across that before.
No, that is a new one, isn't it? It's quite like I was talking to Fabio about it. It's quite an interesting thing because for so long Dillian's been his mentor, and now this is almost Fabio kind of giving back to him. Here's your slot on this huge show. It's quite an interesting dynamic.
I think that's a first.
Yeah. Okay, so big night, June 7th in Ipswich, right here. Tell me a little bit about what we've just seen over the weekend. Anto Cacace, tremendous win. I've seen him do interviews now where he's talking about not just the Belfast homecoming, he's talking about Shakur, Stevenson, Javonta Davis.
I would make him a Shakur Stevenson in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. He'd frighten the life out of him, I'm telling you.
He seems a completely different fighter to a few years.
Because he's gone and found himself. He was not giving. He was getting by on talent, and suddenly he sort of really knuckled down and late in life he'd done it. And look what he's done. He's making 3 former world champions and beating them all in style. I mean, he's a fabulous fighter. That was a sterling performance Saturday, going in Leewood's backyard, you know, it's a real partisan crowd there. They get behind Lee, who's a lovely fella. But it was a brilliant performance. He boxed so well, and you know, he should be proud of himself, because we certainly are at Queensberry.
He's going to be a hard man to beat. And the fact that you're saying you'd make Shakur Stevenson fight.
I'm telling you, I would do that like that. And I'm telling you something, he'd give Shakur Stevenson a lot of problems, and I fancy him to come through it.
Shakur Stevenson ever been to Belfast, Frank?
Go to America and fight. I don't care where he fights him. And you know, if he'd have been with Shakur Stevenson in Stevenson's last fight, I know he would have been the winner.
And what about Ezra Taylor that night as well? Bit of a
as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
And I'll take my hat off to Troy, his opponent.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, both undefeated. You know, it was a dangerous fight for him. A very, very competitive fight, and it was a bloody good fight for both of them.
It looks like there's big nights ahead in Nottingham in particular. I mean, you look at Ezra there, he got a great
The next guy coming through, isn't he?
Could well
you know,
be.
he's done it. He's well established. I mean, him and Ben Whittaker, I'd do that again in a heartbeat. There's another fight I'd love to see.
Yeah, a bit of rivalry between them two as well. They don't
Correct.
take each-
Yeah. That'd be a great fight to put on.
Good to see Liam Davis back with a win.
Yeah. Very much so. You know, get his mojo back. He's moved up a weight division, so now he knows what to expect at that weight level, and we just got to keep him moving forward.
Okay, but just back to this one. So Eddie must fancy this. He must fancy this, taking this fight at 5 weeks' notice, considering what the heavyweights that Matchroom have got, haven't got as many as perhaps they used to. Justis Huni's quite a piece of the chessboard.
He's a big piece of their chessboard, but 5 weeks' notice is not. There's nothing wrong with taking a fight at 5 weeks' notice. It's when you take a week's notice or whatever. He's got plenty of time to prepare. And as now Fabio's had to change all of his preparation to a different type of opponent. So it's good for both of them in the fact that, you know, they've had time to do it. It's not last minute replacement.
Fancy Fabio to come away with the win though?
Yeah, we believe in him. We believe in him. Believe in, you know, in his ability, and you know, I think he's a great ambassador for British boxing. He's been, you know, he speaks well. He's very articulate. He's a good guy, and he comes across as a good guy. And more importantly, he can fight.
We'll see that, I'm
Exciting
sure.
fights.
Yeah, June 7th, can't wait.